Just imagine this, a serene fish pond teeming with life. Healthy, vibrant fishes darting around, feeding eagerly, but within a week everything changes. Floating bodies, ulcerated skin, sluggish movement. The farmer watches helplessly as disease claims what months of hard work built. Welcome to the silent crisis in aquaculture, bacterial and fungal infections in fishes. They may not roar like lions, but their impact is devastating. Infection caused by Aeromonas, Pseudomonas, Edwardsiella, or Saprolegnia don't just reduce fish yield, they shatter livelihoods, especially in small scale fisheries that dominate rural India. And for IBPS AFO aspirants, understanding these diseases is not just important, it's essential. Every year, multiple questions appear from aquatic animal health, especially focusing on symptoms, causative organisms, control measures, and suitable antibiotics or antifungals. If you know why fins rot, why fungal hyphae appear like cotton tufts, and how to treat with potassium permanganate or oxytetracycline, you're already ahead. So I welcome you to this video by Agriclarity and Clarity for Sure about bacterial and fungal diseases in fishes. What are we going to explore? Key bacterial diseases like Columnaris, bacterial gill disease, fungal diseases such as Saprolegniasis, their causes, signs, diagnosis, and treatments, and how this knowledge links directly to frequently asked IBPS AFO questions. So, whether you are studying for the next AFO mains or NABARD or just want to master aquaculture basics, stay with us till the end. As you can see on your screen, there is a table which contains all the important bacterial diseases in fishes relevant for your examination. So the number one is Columnaris. It is also known as cotton wool disease. It is caused by Flavobacterium columnare. It's one of the most common bacterial diseases in freshwater fish, especially in catfish and trout. This bacterium thrives in warm, slowly moving waters, particularly in poorly maintained systems. So how do you recognize it? Look for white or greyish lesions on the gills, fin and mouth, often resembling cottony growths. You may also see frayed fins, ulcers and even difficulty breathing as the gills become damaged. Now in order to remember this, you could use the mnemonic cotton columns on catfish. See, every letter starts with C. So cottony growth plus columnar equal to columnaris disease, mainly in catfish. So cotton columns on catfish. Try to remember this. Next we go to bacterial gill disease. It is caused by Flavobacterium branchiophyllum. This bacterium is a major threat to salmonids such as salmon and trout, especially in hatcheries. Its signature symptom is swollen, discolored gills that make breathing extremely difficult. Fish may be seen gasping near the surface, showing signs of respiratory distress, reduced feeding, and isolation. You could use the mnemonic branching trouble in the gills. That is, branchiophyllum affects the gills, simple and direct. This disease often strikes when there is overcrowding, low oxygen, or high ammonia. Treatment includes formalin dips, improving aeration, and reducing stocking density. Now meet one of the most notorious fish pathogens, Aeromonas hydrophila, the agent behind Aeromoniasis or hemorrhagic septicemia. This bacterium invades freshwater fish under stress or when water quality dips. The symptoms: think blood and bulges. You will notice hemorrhages, pop-eye or exophthalmia, skin ulcers and a bloated belly from internal fluid accumulation. The mnemonic you could use to remember this is aero equal to air equal to Popeye and bleeding, right? So through aero it will be bleeding, so through that you can remember hemorrhage, right? It's widespread and deadly if untreated. Management includes good hygiene, antibiotics like sulfonamides and stress reduction. Next is Furunculosis caused by Aeromonas salmonicida. The name says it all. This disease causes furuncles or boil-like swellings under the skin. It's especially dangerous in salmon and trout populations. The boils can rupture, leaving ulcers and open wounds, while the internal organs often show signs of septicemia. The fish may become listless, stop feeding, and develop anemia. You could use the mnemonic fish furuncles to Furunculosis, right? It is literal and visual, so it is easy to remember. Vaccination and improved water quality are the best preventive tools here. Next we have vibriosis. Let's now wade into marine and brackish waters where vibriosis reigns. Caused by Vibrio angularum, this disease hits fish like sea bass, eels and mullets. What does it look like? The fish develop dark skin, hemorrhages and skin ulcers, especially along the lateral line. Internally, organs show signs of infection and mortality can be rapid. You could remember the mnemonic Vibrio vexes in the sea. Vibrio causes distress, especially in saltwater fish. Okay, vaccines are available and maintaining stable salinity and temperature helps in prevention. Next is Enteric Redmouth disease, a rather descriptive name, that is Enteric Redmouth disease or ERM is caused by Yersinia ruckeri. It mainly affects trout and salmon, especially in crowded systems. The symptoms include bright redness in the mouth, throat and fins, swelling of the lower jaw, hemorrhaging in body cavity and organs, abnormal swimming and high mortality. How can it be controlled or prevented? Use oral or injectable vaccines, improve water flow and hygiene, reduce handling stress. Next is Edwardsiellosis. The causative agents are Edwardsiella tarda and Streptococcus aureus. This happens in warm water and tropical aquaculture. The symptoms include internal abscesses and granulomas, skin lesions and deep ulcers, bloated abdomen, hemorrhaging in liver and spleen, erratic swimming and anorexia. How can it be controlled? Vaccination, especially in tilapia farms, reduce temperature stress, use of antibiotic medicated feed. Whom does it affect? It affects tilapia, catfish, eels and hybrid striped bass. So we could disinfect the tanks, equipment and hands regularly. We could use lab diagnosis for confirmation, example gram staining culture test. Apply antibiotic therapy only under veterinary guidance to avoid resistance. Consider vaccination for high risk fish populations. And we should avoid overstocking and reduce stress. Let's dive deep into the world of fungal diseases affecting fishes, an often overlooked but critical aspect of fish health management, especially in aquaculture. One question was also asked in IBPS AFO from fungal diseases in fishes. Number one is Saprolegniasis. The causative agent is Saprolegnia. This is perhaps the most common fungal infection in freshwater fish. Saprolegnia, a water mold, is opportunistic, meaning it usually infects fish that are already stressed, wounded, or immunocompromised. It appears as cotton-like white or grayish patches, especially on the skin, fins, and gills. These infections can start externally but may spread deeper into the tissues if left untreated, leading to serious complications and even death. Eggs and fries are particularly vulnerable, making saprolegniasis a major concern in hatcheries. Think of it as the moldy menace of aquaculture. So you can remember S for saprolegnia and S for skin fuzz. Cottony, growth on skin. That happens in these fishes. Alright. Ichthyophoniasis. The causative agent is Ichthyophonus hofferi. This is a systemic fungal disease, meaning it spreads throughout the internal organs of the fish. It is caused by Ichthyophonus hofferi, which forms large granulomas or abscesses in internal organs like the kidney, spleen, liver and heart. Externally, the fish may show ulcers or appear emaciated. Internally, organ enlargement and necrosis are common. It mainly affects marine and migratory fish like herring, salmon and trout. This disease spreads easily through contaminated food or water, and it's notoriously difficult to treat once systemic. Branchiomycosis, also called gill rot. This disease is caused by fungi like Branchiomyces sanguinis and Branchiomyces demigrans. The gills, being delicate and crucial for respiration, are the main target. The fungi block blood vessels in the gills, leading to necrosis, discoloration, and respiratory distress. It spreads rapidly in warm, poorly oxygenated water, often causing mass mortality in ponds. Think of it as the gill assassin that silently suffocates the fish. Next is Exophilia infections. These fungi are black yeast, known for causing chronic systemic infections. The disease typically manifests as dark nodular lesions on the skin or internally. It's more common in ornamental fish and affects both freshwater and marine species. In advanced cases, the nodules can ulcerate or affect the swim bladder and brain. These infections are rare but difficult to treat because the fungus thrives even at low temperature. Next, we have mucormycosis. This disease is caused by a group of fungi known as Zygomycetes, commonly found in decaying organic matter. In fish, mucor invades through wounds, causing deep tissue inflammation, granulomas, and sometimes systemic infection. The disease may present as swelling, ulcers, or nodules in the muscles or internal organs. It's more of a postmortem concern in wild caught or poorly handled fish, but can spread in unhygienic tank conditions. So you could remember it like this: M for mucor and M for muscle granuloma. Alright. Next we have Ichthyophonus. While not in the fungal category, note that many students confuse this parasitic disease with fungal infection due to the white spots. Ichthyophthirius multifilus, often termed Ich, is a parasitic ciliate described by the French parasitologist Fouquet in 1876. Only one species is found in the genus, which also gave name to the family. The name literally translates as the fish loves with many children. The parasite can infect most freshwater fish species and, in contrast to many other parasites, shows low host specificity. It penetrates gill epithelia, skin and fins of the fish host, and resides as a feeding stage inside the epidermis. It is visible as a white spot on the surface of the fish, but due to its internal microhabitat, it is a true endoparasite and not an ectoparasite. It causes a disease commonly referred to as white spot disease. The infection challenges hosts' osmoregulation and respiration. Secondary bacterial and fungal infections are common due to the disturbance of epithelial linings. When trophons burst out of the epidermis, non-protected, non-mucous cell-lined cells become accessible to other pathogens. The typical behavior of clinically infected fish includes anorexia, increased breathing rate, discoloration, abnormal behavior, resting on the bottom, flashing, and balance disturbance, that is, upside down swimming near the surface. Ick infections are usually visible as one or several characteristic white spots on the body or fins of the fish. The white spots are single cells called trophons, which feed on host cells, epidermal cells, and leukocytes attracted to the site and may grow to 1 millimeter in diameter. Heavy infection with subsequent lesions following trophon escape leave the skin irregular, fluffy, and grayish. Gill's infection may cause breathing at the surface and increase ventilation movements of operculi. On your screen right now, you can see a question from IBPS AFO 2024, which happened in January of 2024. The question was, which of the following fungal diseases is commonly associated with cotton-like growth on the body and fins of freshwater fishes? So here are your options. You write the correct answer in the comment section below. For more such information, consider subscribing to our channel. And you can also have a look at our website for our recent unique initiative of IBPS AFO 24/7 Clarity Test Series. In this test series, you will get daily subject-wise test, multi-level question, time-based QRE practice questions, weekly full-length test, and also detailed explanation. Along with that, you will get all the current affair related agricultural questions as well. Get yourself enrolled now.